Hey, they're good looking. I have the perfect cardio workout if you hate cardio. Listen, we're going to perform this cardio workout in an EMOM style. So that stands for every minute on the minute. Now we have 8 different moves, and each minute will be a different move with a set number of reps depending on whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. The faster you get your reps done in that minute, the longer rest you have till the next exercise. As I said, it's a super fun way to get your cardio in. Now, no equipment is necessary for this workout. However, I beg you, if you are brand new to exercise or if push-ups aren't your jam, please have a chair nearby because I want to elevate the ground for both your push-ups as well as the mountain climbers that we'll do in the workout. This way, you will feel successful, you won't hate the workout, and more importantly, you won't hate me. If you're doing this in real time as well, this is day 7 of our 12 days before Christmas challenge. All right, let's go get warmed up. All right, we're going to start down on the mat to get our core activated, and then we'll come into a standing position to continue that warming up before we start our first minute EMOM. Let's get the arms up, thumbs pointed behind you, draw the belly button in and anchor the spine. Now, just your left foot, I want you to tap the heel to the ground, back to center, not now the right foot. We're not allowing that low back to lift off. Now, let's add the opposite arm as we drop the foot down. Breathe. Excellent. This is a dead bug working, as I mentioned, in your core, activating it, firing it up. It's safe for all fitness levels. So if you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, spinal stenosis, this is a really good exercise for you. And for the rest of us, it is the bomb. 4 more. Here we go. Here's 4. Breathe. 3, 2, 1 more. Feet down, arms down. You should feel your heels with your fingertips. Drive the hips up, press into the ground with your hands too. This will help us from not flaring the rib cage. What we want to do is just feel the glutes, hamstrings working and not so much into the low back. Really squeezing when we get to that top part, pushing through the heels. Let's do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Let's come into a stand position, however you want to. Come to one side of your mat for me. Give me a side lunge. Push your hips rear, feet together. Do it again. So just mirror me. Now, this may be kind of a foreign move for you if you're new to my workouts, and your hips typically don't go out in this path, but that's why I like to do this in my warm-ups, to hit the outer hips and then get our hip joint moving in the different ranges that it's meant to move in. Now, as you get warm, let's see if we can go down a little deeper and maybe touch with the opposite hand to that toe there. We've got toes, knees, hips, and shoulders squared to me. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Excellent. Other side. Ready? Let's go. Bum goes back. Good. Now we're going to pick up the tempo a little bit because we're getting close to the beginning of the workout. And that's how a warm-up is supposed to be. Start out easy and then start working towards that lower level of your training heart rate. Push your hips rear. Again, reaching across that toe if that feels good for you. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Get your feet shoulder width or maybe wider, toes turned out, squat rear, arms go forward. Now we're going to be doing some jump squats in the workout. If jump squats aren't your thing, you're going to do a squat and now let's add a heel lift. All right? So there'll be options. There won't be a mini me, but I'm going to cue you. So squat, heel lift, that is your option if you don't jump squat. Last 3, 2, and 1. March it out. All right, we're going to get busy in about 30 seconds. So grab a sip of water. Our first exercise are push-ups, 12 for beginners and intermediates, 15 for advanced. And you do that in that 1 minute. Beginners, take a look. I've got my hands on the edge of my chair, elbows are in, and I'm performing 12 push-ups like that. So much easier. You can also do it standing against a wall. All right, everybody, let's get set up. 12 or 15, your choice. I'm going on my knees. Let's get the fingers spread, thumbs underneath the armpits, gaze at the top of the mat. You choose what you want to do, 12 or 15. You can go from the toes if you can keep that push-up looking good. Again, the faster you get them done, but with good form, the longer rest we have. Woo, baby. Breathe out as you push up. Woo, I got my 15 in. Once you're done, come on up, march it out. So again, I recommend a chair if you're a beginner. I want you to feel successful with this workout. Your next move is a jump squat. So it's here, or a jump heel lift. Beginners, you'll do 15, no jump. Intermediate, you'll do 15 with the jump. Advanced, you'll join me. We're doing 20 jump. Ready? Minute 2, go. When we come down, we land soft. Knees track with the toes. Again, you got that option, heel lift, yeah? Good job. Uh-oh, I lost count. Damn it. This is not one I want to lose count in either. Pretty certain that was 20. Woo! Keep moving those feet. So you've got the rep count here on the screen as well for you to quickly look at. All beginner moves are going to be low impact. So just note that that's how you're going to start out with. In less than 20 seconds, we have 20 jumping jacks, low impact. Each toe tap is 1 count. Or 30 if you're intermediate high impact. Or 40 if you're advanced. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. March it out when you're done. Woo! You gotta go fast if you're doing 40. In 20 seconds, alternating lunges is our next move. Each lunge back is 1 rep. 10 for beginners, 16 for intermediate, 20 if you're joining me. Woo! You bend that back knee however deep it feels good for your joint. 3, 2, 1, go. So each leg is 1 rep. 10, 16, 20. Dropping it down, that knee behind you as far as it feels comfortable. So if you have sensitive knees, it might be a tap back like that. Got that? Yeah? All right. Good. Chest is lifted. Let's go. Advanced people need a ground though. Woo! When you're done, take a look. If you're a beginner, you're going to use that chair again. And we have mountain climbers. Each knee in is 1 rep. 20 beginners with your hands elevated. 30 intermediate. 40 if you're joining me. Wrists under shoulders. 3, 2, 1, go. Stay on top of those wrists. Each knee in is 1 rep. Hands elevated to make your life easier. Or wrists under shoulders on the mat. Power those knees in, driving them in. 20, 30, 40. You got 30 more seconds. When you're done, let's march it out. Now, we're moving into a plank for our next exercise. And it's our actual final one. We're holding it for an entire minute. Knees or toes, up to you. And then we get a minute break, okay? So let's head down onto the mat. What does your modified plank look like? It looks like this. Now, everyone, find your plank. Elbows under shoulders, palms flat on the ground. On the knees, gaze at the top of the mat, or tuck the toes under, lift those knees up. A minute's no joke, so try to think of happy thoughts right now. And I'm trying to get my breath out here. And then we get a full minute break before we move into round 2. So we're going to do everything that we've just done 2 more times. Woo. Now, make sure you're not allowing that low back to sag. Maybe even lift up a little bit through the shoulder blade region. Draw that belly button in. Breathe. You want to make it a little harder. Try to pretend that you're pulling your elbows towards your toes and your toes towards your elbows. We rest in 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Woo. All right, march it out. Grab a little sip of water. So that's how the EMOM rolls. Push-ups is our next. Remember that first exercise? That's our. We're starting out in the next series again. Keep moving those feet. So remember, beginners, okay, your elbows are going to come in for both beginners, intermediate, and advanced. On that bottom part of your push-up, your elbows and your head kind of form a arrow. So when we're on the mat, don't have those arms too wide. It's too stressful for the shoulder joint. Ideally, where the index, pointer finger, and thumb are, that area of the hand should be right underneath the armpit. Now, what are your rep counts? 12 on the chair, 12 for intermediate, or join me for 15. Okay, yeah, you ready? We're going in 3, spread those fingers, 2, 1, go. Breathe out as you push up. Straighten those arms. See if you can get chest to ground. Abs tight, your body's going down and up as one unit. If you can't, I want you to elevate your hands. When you're done, up and march. Oh gosh. Whew. We got 25 more seconds, okay? So you definitely want to get through this quick, but don't lose that form. In 15 seconds, we're moving into jump squats. Or maybe squat heel lift is where you want to be. You have 15 for no jump, beginners. 15 jump, intermediate. 20 jump, go. When you're done, march it. Good job. That'll get the heart rate going. I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't talk because I wanted to focus on counting. Now, in 25 seconds, we're going to go into jumping jacks. If you want to keep it at a no jump, you're going tapping out each side. And each tap out is 1 rep. Okay, so you'll do 20 no jump for beginner. 30 jump for intermediate, 40 if you're advanced. We're going in 3, 2, 1, let's go up. Land soft. March it. Now, if you're doing the low impact and 20, you can get in some more, go for it. I need you to push the envelope. your envelope. So find it, push it. Now we're moving into alternating lunges. Again, every step back is 1 rep. 10 for beginners, 16 for intermediate, 20 for advanced. Go. You're dropping that knee as far down as it feels comfortable. Advanced people, it's pretty darn close to your mat. Upper body is quiet. Move, move, move. This is cardio, not strength. When you're done, march it. Woo, boy, that burns. We're moving into our mountain climbers next. Remember, my beginners, you guys are elevating those hands, okay? You're plugging those wrists under your shoulders, and each knee in is 1 rep. If you're on the ground with me, you're doing 30 or 40. If you're on the chair, you got 20. Shall we get set up? Beautiful. Spread those fingers, wrists under shoulders, go. 20, 30, 40. Each knee in is a rep. Woo! When you're done, march it. Keep those shoulders and wrists aligned. And that goes if you're on the chair or if you're on the ground. In less than 20 seconds, we're going into that 1-minute plank. Let's start making our way down to our ground. We want palms flat on the ground, elbows under shoulders. 3, 2, 1. You can go here, beginner, or lift. Maybe try the lift, and then when you need to, tap the knees down. Just don't lose the whole plank, okay? Keep some variation of it for this minute. If your body's getting tired, just tell it. We get a full minute break after this. Nice, easy breaths. Now let's take a gaze just at the top of our mat. So we've got that neck aligned. Finding that breathing rhythm, not letting that low back sag. Maybe we're pushing from the ground a little bit more into the elbows a bit. Last 10 seconds. Woo, release. Shake out those arms. All right, a minute break. Cheers. So we're moving into our final round. You got push-ups, remember, from your chair for 12. Off the chair, intermediate for 12. Advanced, 15. Now, in about 10 seconds, I'm going to cue you. We're going to get down on the ground just because I want that perfect setup for your hands so your shoulders don't get trashed in this. So let's get down for me. Or get set up on the chair. Spread the fingers. All right. You want the webbing between the thumb and the pointer finger just under the shoulders. Now from here, drop the bum. Take a gaze at the top of the mat. 3, 2, 1, go. 12 or 15. Whew. Oh, yeah. Whew. March it out. We're moving into those jump squats coming up. We have squat heel lift for 15 if you're a beginner. Squat jump for 15 if you're intermediate. Squat jump for 20 if you're advanced. Now my low back isn't loving the jumping, so I'm gonna do 20 no jump. So you choose what's gonna work for you right now, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Whew. When you're done, march it out. I'm over 50. I got to listen to my body just as much as I cue you guys. So that last set of jump squats, I felt something kind of like, not real happy in that low back. So I just don't do them. I keep moving. That felt good. So really check in with your body every so often. Movement shouldn't have pain in the joint, any electrical feeling, anything that goes, oh gosh, that didn't feel good, okay? You shouldn't be like that. There's so many other versions of moves we can do. It doesn't have to hurt. You got 20 jumping jacks like this, or 30 like this, or 40. When you're done, march it. We're moving into those alternating lunges, recognizing that each lunge back is 1 rep, and it could be this if that's where your knees are happy. All right, you got 10 or 16 or 20. Your choice. We're moving in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Woo! March it. I love a good quad burn. Keep moving. In about 20 seconds, we're going into mountain climbers. All right, my beginners, I want you to elevate those hands. It can be that chair. It can be a coffee table. It can be a couch. It can be a bench. It can be at top of a stair. I don't care. Even a Bosu ball. We got 20, 30, or 40. Each knee in is 1 rep. Let's screw those hands into the ground. Wrists over shoulders, under shoulders, go. When you're done, march it out. I don't mind that one. Grab a sip if you need it. Just please keep moving those feet. We're moving into our final move. It's that 1-minute plank. We got 22 seconds on work here. Keep going. I fixed my mat. It's crooked. All right, shall we? I think we're all done now. 1-minute plank. Knees or toes. Forearms on the ground, palms flat. Look at the top of your mat. Pull the belly in. Push the ground away slightly. And knees or toes. All right, at that halfway mark. That was either super motivating or soul crushing, one of the two, depending on how strong your core is. Oh, trainer evil giggle. Last 10 seconds. There we go. No matter where you are, 10-second left is the best motivational cue ever. 3, 2, 1, drop it. Woo! All right, we're going to let that timer go for that minute because we're now going to stretch. Let's take one knee on the mat, other leg in front. Lunge forward slightly so that knee and ankle line up. Lean back slightly so you're in what we call spinal extension. Bring that left arm or whatever arm's behind there and lean away. Stretching into the hip flexor. Finding that breath, because a static hold plank is still demanding a lot of work from that heart. So let's just find that breath, find that rhythm, slow it down. Maybe even let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's do one more, okay? Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And then just find a breathing rhythm for you. Let's take this top arm, circle it behind the body, nice and slow. Excellent. Let's do the other hip. What do we want for our setup? Lunge forward slightly, front knee and ankle lined up. Back hip, you're going to tuck it under and lean back and squeeze that back glute. That arm reaches up, lean away from that hip. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're part of the challenge, you guys are kicking it. You are doing so well. Let's take that top arm, circle it behind the body, nice and slow. Oh, yeah. All right, moving into the hamstring. Really my favorite, and it's super boring, but it's just one of the best ways to stretch your hamstrings. Lie down, extend the leg up. I like it because your back is supported. Now let's do a couple of things though, just to make this stretch even better. Starting with the back of the neck, let's lift the head up, slide the chin in, and then lower the head. So we're creating length in the back of that neck. Now let's move down into the leg that we're stretching. That knee can be slightly bent. What we don't want though is shaking in the muscle. So if it's shaking, I want you to let it go, even if that means letting it way go before 90. Go for it, okay? You're going to get a better release of the hamstring than if you're holding it close and it's shaking. And then if you're able to hold it at 90 degrees or closer to the chest, feel free to straighten the other leg on the ground. Now let's bend that left leg at 90 degrees. Take the right hand and draw the leg across for spider rotation. And then anchor yourself with that left arm, shoulder height, palm down, turning the gaze towards those left fingers. So if you shouldn't be twisting your spine that much, you might just take the foot on the ground and just let the knee kind of shift towards your right without a big, deep twist to the spine. You can use this right arm, if you're with me, and kind of gently guide that inside left knee towards the mat some more, creating a really nice stretch into the glute, side of the hip, left side of the body, and then up into the pec by extending this arm shoulder height. Let's go back to center, left foot on the floor to bring that right leg up. Now let's do that same check that we did with the previous leg. Lift the head up, slide the chin in, lower down, lengthen the neck. Make sure that that right leg isn't shaking. And then if that feels good, if you're at 90 degrees or slightly closer to the body, extend your left leg to the ground. Now let's bend that right knee at 90. Left hand comes across, pulls it across. Anchor yourself with that right arm now, shoulder height, palm down. Turn your gaze towards the right wrist and breathe. Let's go back to center. Pull the knees into the chest. Maybe the hands are on top of the thighs, maybe they're behind, or maybe that's just not a possibility. So what do? That's where a yoga tie or an old neck tie or your bathrobe tie comes into handy. You would place it behind the knees and then use that to help you out. I really recommend, I've mentioned this numerous times, yoga blocks, 2 yoga blocks, and a yoga strap. And just have that in your workout area. The blocks really help build the ground up for a lot of movements and well outside of yoga. You could have even used them for your mountain climber. And then the strap just adds some extension to the arms if the arms can't necessarily reach some of the body parts that we reach in the stretches. And just come down onto your side and then use your arms to press yourself up. Come into a nice, tall, seated position, really stacking that vertebrae, lifting up the rib cage, the collarbone, stacking those ears over the shoulders, and then putting a smile on your face. You just did a kick-ass EMOM workout. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. You could also help me out if you click that thumbs up button if you're watching this on YouTube. By doing so, it's going to help this video get recognized by the YouTube algorithm. Now, whether you're watching this on YouTube or if you're enjoying this workout ads-free on Over 50 Fitness, please drop a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and we will see you next workout. Bye.